The family of Amanda Knox believes a new report released on Thursday by the judges in the American college students' murder trial provides substantial grounds for appeal. It comes less than 3 months after Knox was sentenced to 26 years for the murder of her roommate. NBC's Michelle Kaczynski is in London this morning with details on this. Michelle, good morning.
Good morning, Ann. Now we know the judges who convicted and sentenced Amanda Knox, turns out, didn't believe the story that prosecutors told during trial, that she hated her roommate and attacked her during an argument. Now these judges and jurors have come up with their own scenario of what they think happened that night. In the constant flash of cameras during trial, prosecutors had presented this picture of American student Amanda Knox, a girl who harbored deep hatred and revenge for her British roommate Meredith Kercher. To many, then, that seemed an odd stretch, that a roommate's accusations of untidiness and stealing money would send Amanda into a murderous rage one night. Well, in this new 427-page explanation of the conviction and sentencing of Amanda and then-boyfriend Raffaele Sollecito, the judges who decided their fate say they didn't buy that either. They claim Meredith's murder in this hillside apartment back in 2007 was without any animosity or resentment, was without planning and based on purely casual contingencies. The motive? Judges believe erotic sexual violence, that Rudy Gede, who was also convicted, tried to sexually assault Meredith, and that Amanda and Raffaele, who had admittedly used drugs that night, held her down. This big difference between what the judges believe and what prosecutors had argued is a good thing to Amanda's legal team.
This is the first step in having Amanda's wrongful conviction overturned. There are internal inconsistencies, and it relies upon conjecture and unproven facts.
Still, the judges and jurors do say they feel the prosecutor's case was without holes or inconsistencies, despite lingering questions over what evidence there even is to place Amanda and Raffaele at the apartment that night. The judges didn't like it that both had changed their stories, finally claiming they spent the night at Raffaele's. Didn't like it that Amanda had, albeit under intense questioning, tried to blame an innocent man for the crime, or that there seemed to be more than one person's bloody footprints at the scene, one of which was very small. It is a case with strong arguments on either side, but very little strong physical evidence. Amanda has even gained a staunch supporter in Donald Trump, who calls this a miscarriage of justice and calls for a boycott of Italy. To Amanda's parents, these latest words from the court give them confidence to once again, more than 2 years later, try to bring their daughter home.
There is a lot in there that is, contradictory in the statements, isn't supportive, and so they feel like they have a lot that they can take to appeals.
Amanda's family says she has good days and bad days in jail, and she has been able to keep up with her studies through correspondence courses, while her attorneys now start to work on the first of 2 appeals that she's entitled to. They say this first one could be heard as early as this fall. Anne.
Michelle Kaczynski, thanks.